Week 6, we got to hit the Broncos in their mouth. Stay tuned after the intro.
When you have great coaches, then after you have great coaches, you get great players. You have a great organization, and you tell them one thing: just win, baby.
This is Raiders Allegiance with Lunatic Raider. Welcome to the dark side.
What is up, Raider Nation? Welcome to Raiders Allegiance with yours truly, Lunatic Raider. It's week 6, you guys. We got a division rival that we got to take care of. We have a new coach, same playbook, maybe different plays though. We got Marcus Mariota is back, backup quarterback. We're getting, we brought up, who did we bring up? Vickers off the practice squad to the 53, defensive tackle. We have to start fast. We have to get into this game. We got to let Carr just air it out the way he knows how. He knows the playbook. He knows the plays. He knows what to do. We just have to go execute. No more drop passes. No more panicking. The offensive line has to give more protection to Carr so he can go ahead and perform at a high level. We know what he can do. We know what he can do. But he needs help with the offensive line to make this happen. No more drop passes. Receivers, when the ball's in your hand, you catch that damn ball. Do not drop it. We have to go into mile high and whoop their ass. That's it. That's the only way that we can go ahead and get past the John Gruden situation and move forward. We can't keep talking about emails and shit like that. We got to get out there on the field, on their home field, and tap that ass. Plain and simple. We got to donkey punch the Broncos. Plain and simple. So the game plan has to be give Carr protection so he can make these throws. The running backs, Josh Jacobs and the whole committee, they're going to have to do their part and help run block or pass block. You know what I mean? They're going to have to help Carr with protection, little chips and so forth. Same with the tight ends. Even throw the fullback up in there. You know what I mean? We have to use everybody we can to give this man time to pick these fools apart. Okay? The Broncos are shorthanded when it comes to receivers. A couple of them are gone, I think, for the season. But there's no excuses. You know what I mean? They're gone, but for them is next man up, and we have to play defense and stick to these dudes. We don't want big plays. Kill all the big plays. Keep everything in front of you on defense. Attack the ball. I want to see our defense, whoever got the ball, swarm them. Swarm them. I want to see 4 or 5 different helmets hitting whoever has the ball. Running back, receiver, tight end, it does not matter. We have to attack. We have to win this game. We can go 4-2 overall, and we can go 4-1 in the conference with a 1-1 split in the division with 1 game behind the Chargers. But teams still got games coming up that they can win or lose. Okay? Our future, as far as trying to make the playoffs, it lies in our own hands. You know what I mean? We make our future happen. If we want to get into the playoffs, we have to start by winning divisional games. We have to take the division. We got Kansas City behind us. You know, Kansas City has 3 losses and still has not played us yet. We can hand them 2 more losses if we're on our game. I don't expect a letdown. Gruden is gone, yes, but some people think that Gruden was kind of holding us back by wanting to reinvent the wheel, as you would say, with the offense as far as run. We have to see, it's a new day and age in this NFL, man. It's a passing league. Your top teams, as far as Super Bowl contending teams, all have quarterbacks that can air it out. Plain and simple. So we have to let Carr do his thing. He was starting off the season with averaging 400 yards a game passing. You know, it can be done. We can bring I don't think the offensive line is really geared for the run. for the pass, and I see that they're starting to move people around as far as bringing Leatherwood to right guard. I forgot the other young kid's name who's moving to the outside to the right tackle. But all these moves I'm looking at is making sense as far as passing. They're pass protecting. And that's all we need. We get pass protecting. They won't stop. You know what I mean? They won't stack the box against the run and try to focus on the run. They have to figure out how we're going to stop the pass, because we got so many weapons as far as your Renfros, Henry Ruggs, Waller, Edwards, Zay. The list goes on. Even the running backs can catch out of the backfield. So we have opportunity to kill these dudes in the air, but we have to come out fast. The first drive has to be a touchdown. We can't settle for no damn field goal. Once you get in the red zone, I want to see sixes on the board. Period. These field goals is not happening. Not especially if these other teams drive down and score a touchdown, then it's all for naught, you know? But I know we can do this. We've done it. We went up against the likes of Baltimore, beat them. We went up against the likes of Pittsburgh, beat them. Miami, beat them. We got way behind in against the Chargers. You know, you're down 21-0, but still we came back with 2 straight touchdowns to make it a game, a 1-score game. But we cannot start off like that. That getting behind by 21-14 points is out. Is out. We can't win doing that. We have to play. Let us get a lead. Let our team get a lead for the first time, and let's see what we do. If we can build on that lead and force the other team into playing one-dimensional catch-up. And that's all we need. As far as the coaching, interim new coach, Richie, I don't want to butcher his name because I know I'm going to forget it again. I get it right one time and I forget how it's pronounced the second. So Richie, the interim head coach, this might actually be a hidden gem for the Raiders. See, a lot of people that you hear in the league talks highly of this dude. He's been in the game for a long time. He's been coordinator as far as special teams go, but the coaches that we have, there's no egos. And that's so beautiful, because they're not playing to try to move ahead to the next job. They're not thinking past what they have to do Sunday, tomorrow. You know what I mean? So the egos are gone. Now these dudes, in the way that Richie is running this team, he's letting the offense coordinator handle the offense and the defense coordinator handle the defense. And that's how it's supposed to be. He oversees everything, you know? Especially being a special teams coach, every player on this team goes through him. Because at one point, you got to play special teams. Whether it's receiving, kickoff, special teams is your meat and potatoes. And you get to analyze every player on your team, so he knows these guys. He knows their strengths. He knows their weaknesses. He can pass it on along to the offensive coordinator, defensive coordinators. There might be hidden gems that he had to say, hey, you might want to play this guy right here because he's good at this or good at that. His experience and his wealth of knowledge of knowing the players on this team goes beyond measure. So, believe it or not, this move might actually take this team to the next level, because now you're letting the coaches that are hired to be the coaches at specific positions, whether it's coordinator, offensive line, Tom Cable, ex-head coach. You have Martinelli or whatever his name is. Didn't he used to be a coach at one time? And Gus Bradley was a coach at one time. You got a wealth of knowledge on this team. Now, if they all just come together and orchestrate this team like a band, just everybody does their part. If everybody does their part to a high level, and the players, and they get the best out of these players at a high level, Raiders won't lose a step. Matter of fact, they might improve. So we'll see tomorrow the overall game plan, offensive and defensive, and see if we're balanced, if we're even out there, where the defense is playing their ass off and the offense is playing their ass off too, we'll get a victory. No doubt, we'll get a victory. And that might be that one stepping stone. Now that we switched coaches out, we have to go back to the drawing board and refigure what do we want to be known as? A run team, pass team, or balanced? And I think a balanced offense is what you need. You need to constantly keep other defenses on their heels, not being predictable. That's the whole thing. And throw Mariota in there. Mix him up in there. We seen what he did before he got hurt that first game. He broke that, 30-yard run? So things like that will keep defenses guessing. You know what I mean? We got to throw little wrinkles in the offense out there just to keep defenses honest and then also keep them off guard, you know what I mean, on their heels. So I think the interim coach might be that hidden gem. We're going to see tomorrow. We're going to see. If he comes out with a game plan and gets this thing going in the direction that we know as Raider fans can go, might be a brilliant move. Might be the most overlooked move. I think that people's, as far as the media goes, I don't even pay them no mind anyway. They hate so much. But I think this might be one of those moves that's like underrated. It's going to be an underrated move because I think he's going to dish out the responsibilities equal. And when you have that, that's when your team plays equally. Both good. Can't go any worse than the last 2 games. You know what I mean? Can't go any worse. So if we go into Mile High and we take care of Carr with the offensive line got to do their thing. But I think the pieces that we have out there are good for pass blocking, and I think this is exactly what we need. We need to come out with guns blazing. Let Carr come out there and slang it. Spread the offense out. You know what I mean? Let Carr get out there and gunsling. He got weapons. See, everybody just not understanding. He got so many weapons on that field as far as the passing game goes, and we're including the fullback and the running backs. So, with that being said, let Carr give the keys to Carr. Let him go. Let him slang that ball. And I guarantee you he's going to pick their ass apart. They got a good secondary in Denver, but we have good weapons against that secondary. Who they going to put on Waller? It's going to be an automatic mismatch. You know, Waller just he got to focus, catch the ball, then run. You know, last game was a lot of drop balls that were wide open. Edwards, Waller, you know, and we don't really have drops like that. So we'll sweep that game under the rug. We got 2 losses. So right now we stand at 3-2. 4-2 will look nice. 4-2 with a 4-1 record in the AFC. And a 1-1 record in the AFC West. So, hey, the sky's the limit. Sky's the limit. There's no excuses. We just got to go out there, execute, fall behind the interim coach, let him do his job, let him delegate the responsibilities out like they're supposed to be, like a head coach does. You know, sometimes you get head coaches that want to be involved in either offense or defense, depending on what their pedigree is. But you hired coordinators to come coordinate. So let the defensive coordinator coordinate the defense, and same with the offense. Let them do their thing. They might have ideas that they wanted to do, but Gruden might have shortstopped them and be like, no, we're not gonna. We're doing this. But maybe they got brilliant ideas, new wrinkles to add to the offense to make us just that more dynamic. You know what I mean? So let them go. I think the interim coach, he has the right idea. He's gonna let them do their thing. Let them do their thing. You know? So Carr and the OC's been together before his rookie year. You know, and that relationship is gonna show. It's gonna show in the field. Carr knows his playbook, and I'm pretty sure there's a whole lot of plays that we haven't even ran yet. But Carr knows them. Offensive coordinator might wanted to call him at one point, but was, you know, trumped by Gruden wanting to do something else. So maybe this might be a silver lining. You know what I mean? So we're gonna see tomorrow. We're going to see tomorrow. If these dudes come out and start smashing on these Broncos and socking them in their mouth, game over. Game over. We got to be real physical. We got to be assholes to the other team. You can be buddy-buddy after the, you know what I mean, after the clock hits 0. But during the game, you got to be an asshole. You got to constantly make who is it, Bridgewater that's with Broncos? You got to put him on his ass whenever you can. Beat him up. Beat him up. That's all you have to do. Make them be spooked to sit in that pocket. You got it. Max Crosby, bruh, you've been missing for a minute, but I know what's in you. I expect you to come out and do your thing, man. You You know what I mean? Put pressure on the quarterback. Our front four, if we can just get pressure from the front four, we can let the linebackers and the safeties and the corners take care of everything else in the pass game against Denver. We can put a whooping on their ass. We do it right. So basically, all I see is let's see what happens. This is going to be a telltale sign of the rest of our season. If we lose, I don't think the season is over, because we still will be at 500, 3-3, with only 2 losses in the conference. So when it comes down to tiebreakers, it's going to be like opponents. So we beat Baltimore, we beat Pittsburgh. Any of them beat any other teams in our conference, it's going to help us out in the tie if we split 1-1. Because once we split 1-1, then they go to like opponents in the conference. So with that being said, Raiders, I know y'all could do it. Go out there and make us proud. Show the world that no matter the speed bumps that we have to drive over, it doesn't stop us. It slows us down, but it won't stop us. You took our culture from us, which, you know what I mean? We already know the situation on that. I ain't gonna have to recover on that. Go watch the last video. I discussed everything. We talking football now. We got another coach, and he's been an assistant head coach as well with Dallas and us. So his experience, he's been around this game for a long time. So I'm not gonna get happy. There's no excuses. Oh, he never been a head coach, or his experience. All that's out the window. Out the window. So with that being said, go Raiders. This is Raiders Allegiance. Lunatic Raider. Let's go donkey punch the Broncos. And I'm out.